Hey y'all, welcome to a new episode of the 5-Star Coach, where you live a 5-star life if you take the advice. I'm Coach D, aka Venus as a Boy. Here are my 3 5-star tips for my 5-star ballers out there. So let's go ahead and get right into this because we ain't gotta waste no time. Now, 5-star tip number 1, stop letting excuses hold you back. And a lot of times we look at we look at excuses as the reason, when in all actuality it's just an excuse. You are claiming that you can't do certain things because of an excuse. It's never a reason, right? For instance, some people may hold themselves back from going to get help because of an excuse of, oh, I'm just like this. They'll claim that's the reason, but it's just an excuse. You want to stay like that. If you know there's an option out there for you to help better yourself, yet you stay complacent, stay dormant on purpose, it's an excuse. It's no reason to sit there if you know these options are out here to help you. You know this stuff is here to help you, yet I'm going to sit still because I'm just like that. That's just who I am. That's not the reason that you're staying that way. That's an excuse for you to stay that way. Because obviously you know about it because you know you need to change. You know you need to do something better with yourself. Yet you stay in the same place because of whatever reason that you're trying to convince yourself is, whatever excuse you're trying to convince yourself is the reason. And this goes into every way of living, every shape, avenue, whatever. Stop letting your excuses and your reasons be meshed together. Make sure it's black and white. Stop trying to blur those lines. Stop trying to find a gray area. Funny, I got a gray tank top on. Stop trying to find the gray area between excuses and reasons, because they're not the same. They're different. So when it comes to moving on with your life, from a job, a person, you feel you should go and explore another part of the world, stop coming up with excuses and labeling them as reasons and keeping yourself in the same position over and over again, because your growth will only be hindered because of you, and it won't affect nobody else but yourself. Then you'll try to place the blame on everybody else, and then you'll allow your mishaps and shortcomings to be placed on everybody else. Oh, I grew up around this environment. My mother did this to me when I was a kid. Oh, this happened to me when I was a kid. My father did this. My brother, my grandmother, this, and that, this, and that. When you come to terms with those things being true, because I'm never going to try to discredit your trauma, whatever you've been through, it's true, right? But when you first realize that's what it is, that's the reason. You know, you can only use that as a reason one time. After that, you're using it as an excuse. You grown, still blaming things on your childhood. After a while, you choosing to do this. So if you're choosing to let that control your life, why do you think I should care and give you any type of sympathy, any type of, oh, pat on the back, oh, it's okay? No. Why I gotta do that? You already doing that for yourself. And that's why you're in the position you're in. I'm not doing that for you. No. You letting that excuse be labeled as a reason. Move on when you gotta move on without, oh, but all those buts comes into play because you're trying to find any excuse and try to remix it into a reason. Let stuff go, move forward, do whatever you need to do, but stop letting any excuse hold you back. And this leads to 5-star tip number 2. Hesitation doesn't mean give up. Hesitation does not mean give up. When you feel yourself moving on and you catch wind of, man, I don't feel, them excuses get bubbling up. That does not mean you should give up. That doesn't mean that what you're doing is wrong. That doesn't mean how you're about to go and where you're about to go is the wrong move to make. That does not relate to that. A hesitation could be, all right, maybe let me calculate this move differently. Or the hesitation could come up to really give you a little fire under your tail to be like, you know what, I still need to do this. I know I need to do this. I want to do this. I'm going to do this. So yeah, the hesitation is coming through. I'm feeling it. Cool. But at the end of the day, I know where I'm headed and I know where I want to be. So I'm going to, swallow this hesitation. I'm going to let it, it's manifesting how it's manifesting. Cool. But I'm not going to let it control my life. I'm hesitating because of X, Y, and Z. But because I'm aware of that, I won't let that become an excuse. I won't let that excuse become a reason that I stay wherever, that I hesitate on busting a move that I know for a fact I should bust. For example, when it comes down to leaving a place in your heart you've outgrown, yet hesitation come through and you think, but I'm comfortable here. I'm safe here. Are you truly comfortable here if you already was thinking about getting gone? You already thought in your head, maybe I should leave. Why don't you just leave? Why? Matter of fact, not even why don't you just leave? Why did that thought to leave come up in your mind if you were so comfortable and so cool here? Don't lie to yourself and try to convince yourself that being stagnant is the best thing for you to do. It is never the right thing to do. Yeah, that hesitation come through. The butterflies, this move is big. I'm about to make a big move. But those big and bold moves get rewarded. Every time you move big, every time you bust a big move, it's always a good reward right there. And the main thing is putting yourself first. That's the biggest thing you could do. Put yourself first. Be bold enough to put yourself first so you can be rewarded. Hesitation does not mean give up. Right? And going into the third tip, 5-star tip number 3. The first step is all you need. Them excuses, because this is a whole little trilogy right here. Them excuses of, I got the first step down, but the second step is kind of up in the air, the third, the fourth. All you need is that first step. Stop trying to make all these plans in the head. It's good to have long-term goals, but a plan is never going to go according to plan. Them goals, though, them long-term goals, you can always just okay, bet. I still got that in mind. I know I want to do this. I know I want to do that. However, I got to make this shit shake. That's how I got to make it shake. But I know for a fact I want that. I need that. So those long-term plans and long-term goals are two different things. Make sure you keep it that way. Because like I said, the stuff never go according to plan down to the T. And then when things stop going to plan, that's when that hesitation sneaks in and you think, maybe I should give up. Maybe because I had the plan to do it this way, but this is happening and you choosing not to do it that way. And you're making you're letting that choice of you not wanting to go that route with it be the reason, which is really an excuse for you to reel back, hold yourself back and give up. No. Make that first step. You got just enough money. You know you should leave an environment. You got just enough money to leave and maybe stay at a hotel for a couple days. Still get up and go. Because if you're feeling called to bust a move and get gone with your life and go where you need to go, it's a reason. And something is going to come around and be that safety net for you. And honestly, like I said before, be your own safety net. But don't, I only got enough for the ticket for this, for that. You know you can touch down and get anything popping for yourself. Get a job. Take your business that you already had to another level in this area, if you know that this is what can happen, just go with that first step and let the second step come after you complete the first step. Because sitting there trying to build the whole plan is going to keep you stuck in the same spot, in the same situation. You're just going to be blaming everything, the stars, the house is blue, oh, the trees are yellow. Girl, that shit got nothing to do with you getting up and busting a move. Get up and bust that move. Come up with that first step. Do that first step. Get up out of there. Do your thing. You completed the first step. Now you can clearly think about the second step, because the first step has already been done. Now the second step can easily come through and get done now. And then the third step can get done after that second step is done. But stop trying to wait so fucking long to have a whole plan set up. Just go with that first step. You got the goal in mind, right? That's all that matters. It don't matter about having all 10 steps ready. Because how do you even know you need 10 steps? Whole time you probably only need 4 steps, and you sitting there wasting time clocking all these 10 steps, and then you get to the 4th step, and then you get to the 4th step that you only needed, but you still trying to push in a certain direction, giving your energy to something that don't even need your energy no more, because the shit is completed. Or you don't even give your energy no more, and then you complete that, you get to that 4th step, and everything is completed, and you're like, damn, I didn't even need to do all that. Don't waste your time trying to make sense out of shit that don't need to be made sense out of. The first step makes sense, that's cool. Go with it. Because the second step not going to make sense if the first step ends up going a certain way and if it go right and you plan to go left. It's not going to make sense. So that first step makes sense. Get on that plane. Go live in that hotel for that time. Soon as you touch down, now I can sit here and think I'm out here already now. And then that fire under your ass, you gonna be, oh yeah, I got that. Okay, bet. So I'm here now. Let me look up this. Let me do this. Let me do that. All right, bet. I'm gonna do that first. Boom. I'm gonna handle that. And then just let shit be a snowball effect. But stop. 5-star tip number 1. Letting excuses hold you back. Then 5-star tip number 2. That hesitation does not mean give up. And then 5-star tip number 3. To kill all of that, just take the first step. That's all you need. That first step. Bust that move. With no excuses. With no reasons that's really excuses dressed up in a tuxedo. All that hesitation. But what? You already know you should do something, right? You already got that first plan, that first step, right? Okay, bet. Bust that move. Then come up with the second step. And then come up with the third step. Plan along. Stop letting anxiety, depression, all of that, those scary thoughts. Oh, but what if this, but what goes wrong, but what can go wrong? Fuck, what can go wrong? What's the best thing that can happen? Stop thinking of what's the worst thing that can happen. Because if you keep thinking about the worst thing that can happen, the worst things are going to happen. You're going to keep focusing on that. Focus on what's the best thing that I could do in this moment. The best thing I could do in this moment is go on my first step. The best thing I could do in this moment is stop letting these excuses hold me back. The best thing I could do in this moment is is to fight this hesitation and keep it going. Keep it moving. So yeah, like I said, 5-star tip number 1, stop letting excuses hold you back. 5-star tip number 2, hesitation doesn't mean give up. And like I said, to chop the first 2 out the way, go with that first step. That's all you need. 5-star tip number 3, all you need is that first step. As soon as you bust that move, I guarantee you it's going to be, okay, it played out this way. All right, boom. Let me pivot this way. All right, boom. Let me go this way. Then I did the second step. All right, boom. Now let me go this way with the third step. Now, boom. I did that. Now let me go to the 4th step. But I got that goal in mind, though. That's all that matters. I got that goal. So, yeah. That's it. And that is the end of this week's 5-Star Coach episode. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. And, of course, I'll be here next Friday. And I'll see y'all then.